In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite 2020 fashion trends that I'm going to be wearing in the coming year. All of the fashion trends that I'm mentioning today are really wearable. This video is going to come in two parts. Part one, I'm going to be speaking about all the trends, finding inspiration, showing you pictures from the runway, Instagram and Pinterest, and describing what I like and why I'm going to be wearing a certain trend. In the second video, which will be out next week, I'm going to show you more of a lookbook style, what I've already got in my wardrobe that incorporates all these trends. So the first 2020 fashion trend that I'm going to be wearing in the coming year is square-toed heels. Now I know we've already spoken about this quite a lot. It's been a trend for a little while and it's nothing new to 2020, but it's one of those trends that I love so much and it's not going anywhere. I've found that a lot of people are actually really against the square toe. Personally, I just think it's really gorgeous. Having a square toed sandal just makes it look that much more edgy and fashionable. I love a soft square toed boot. I have a beautiful pair that I can't wait to show you in the next video that are actually really affordable. So the square toe is a trend that I love and I'll be continuing to wear in 2020. The next trend that I will be wearing in 2020 is pleated palazzo pants. They're beautiful, wide leg, high-waisted pants with a pleat at the front. I love this style in a wide leg and a more tapered leg. I think it looks gorgeous with a belt and a sophisticated silk shirt or a beautiful knit or a stunning cardigan or even just a top like I'm wearing today. I think a tailored trouser is really classy and can make you look really expensive and put together. I love wearing a wide leg palazzo pants that are full length to the ground with like an old school trainer. I think this is a really cool look. Throw on an oversized blazer and it's just a carefree but fashionable look. I love fashion nowadays where you can kind of get away with wearing what you want and what makes you feel comfortable. So if you love wearing slouchy clothes, then rock slouchy clothes. Do what makes you feel happy. The next trend that I will be wearing in 2020 is slouchy boots. So I love the slouchy leather boot look or pleather. I think it's really cool. I love it particularly with dresses and skirts. I saw so much of this style on the Celine Spring Summer 2020 runway. And I recently found myself a pair of really affordable slouchy leather boots that are in a deep kind of brown color that looks so beautiful with some of my autumn type dresses. And I can't wait to put so many more outfits like that together for next year. The next 2020 fashion trend I'm going to be wearing in the coming year is cardigans. Being a grandma stuck in a 28-year-old's body, I can really be grateful for the comeback of cardigans. I particularly love wearing my cardigan done up, maybe keeping one or two buttons undone at the top and one or two buttons undone at the bottom, and wearing that over jeans or a little skirt or shorts. Otherwise, I like tucking it into high-waisted trousers like the palazzo trousers we were talking about earlier, or a pleated tailored trouser. One of my favorite cardigans that I have is actually a vintage piece that I got years ago. So I would definitely recommend hitting up some vintage shops just to see if you can get some one-of-a-kind cardigans. Another fashion trend that I will be wearing in 2020 is polka dots. Polka dots have seen a comeback in the past few years, and if we think back to the 90s with Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, we know that we're getting a lot of style inspiration from that era at the moment, and I think that's where we've kind of pulled the polka dots from, particularly the brown polka dot dress. I have one in the Pretty Woman style. Every time I wear it, I feel amazing, and every time I wear it, I get so many beautiful compliments. I love that style, and just polka dots in general. I've got a few other polka dot things about, and I think it's just a really beautiful classic print that has stayed on trend for the past couple of years, and I will definitely be wearing more of that in 2020. So the next fashion trend that I will be wearing more of in 2020 is a bit maybe controversial. I've had a few people have a go at me for wearing this on one of my videos in the past, so I'm sorry if I offend you, but this is my personal style and I love this kind of outfit. This trend is wearing suit wear with sandals. You may not be into it. I think it's really cool. I've seen it all over the runways, all over Pinterest. It's popping up on Instagram. So this is something that I'm really into. I love a slouchy oversized suit with a sandal or a flip-flop. The contrast in suiting to such a casual shoe, I think is just really, really cool. If your climate allows it, then you can rock this look and it just looks effortlessly cool if you are into that style. If you're not into that style, obviously don't wear it. I'm all about wearing things that make you feel happy, and I'm just here sharing what makes me feel happy. So please prepare to see my Instagram with some suit and sandal looks. I'm not sorry. The next fashion trend that I will be wearing more of in 2020 is oversized boxy blazers. So more of a boyfriend cut than a cut that's traditionally for women. I love this look. It's been in for a while, but we're seeing even sharper shoulders and boxier cuts and bigger, more oversized jackets on women. And I just think this is very cool. I feel trendy and quite stylish when I wear it. I think it's also really cool to pair with a belt as well, like a waisted belt. This would look really cool over trousers or like a silk slip skirt. So I will be definitely continuing to wear lots of blazers and hopefully collecting a few more pieces. So in particular, I'm hoping to get my hands on a herringbone blazer. So in like a brown neutral toned color palette. When I think of this, I think of like an old man in London wearing his blazer out with his walking stick and his little cap. I just think this is such a cool style, and I can't wait to get my hands on the perfect herringbone blazer in 2020. Another 2020 fashion trend that I'm hoping to get my hands on is tweed. Tweed anything. I think I would love a tweed dress. I'd love a tweed blazer, maybe a tweed bag. We've seen tweed obviously with Chanel for years, the classic, but I'm seeing it pop up more and more in other brands now. And although it's a classic for Chanel, it's definitely becoming a trend this year and next year. So that's something that I would really like to get my hands on next year. The next 2020 fashion trend I am really excited about. And I tried so hard to wear it here in Melbourne recently, but the weather has unfortunately gotten a bit too warm for a leather coat. But yes, the next fashion trend is long leather coats, particularly ones that button down and just worn as a leather dress. This is such a cool style. I have an old vintage coat that was my mum's, so I would definitely recommend investing in vintage leather, or if you are going to buy new, then definitely go the pleather option. There is so much faux leather out there at the moment that is actually really good quality. I think this style is just so cool, like a long leather dress with leather boots as well. I think it would look beautiful in winter with like a little scarf popping out of your neck. This is the one and only reason why I am excited for winter to come back to Melbourne, so I can rock a long leather dress. The next 2020 fashion trend I want to share with you is wearing dainty gold jewelry, and in particular chains. I think this trend has kind of come in recently, the chain trend. We've had dainty gold jewelry be in for a little while. I love the idea of a chain, big chunky chains, and then with layers of other smaller dainty necklaces. I've seen a lot of this in minimal kind of street style wear with beautiful shirts or singlet tops like the one that I'm wearing right now. This is probably the kind of jewelry that I'm going to be wearing mostly in 2020, and who knows for how long. Speaking of jewelry, other than the dainty gold jewelry, I probably will be going for some statement earrings this year as well, if I can find some that I really love. I think just wearing a basic plain outfit and then popping a statement earring on, it can be the one thing that you do that makes your outfit it go from nothing to something. So I definitely want to be looking at some statement earrings for when I'm not wearing my everyday gold jewelry. And that is it for me today, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the like button if you did enjoy this video, and don't forget that next week I'll be sharing with you part 2. So make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see when that comes out. And that's going to be more of a lookbook style video where I'm going to be trying on all my fashion trends that I've spoken about, ones that I have, and outfitting them and sharing those outfit inspiration ideas with you. If you haven't already, go follow me on Instagram. My name is Emily Elizabeth May, and happy styling.